We see two new CCGs with interesting game mechanics. Closers brings in its powerful new Cryomancer, Black Desert maps out its plans for 2019, and yeah, I guess this time we're seeing the biggest Neverwinter expansion so far. What's up guys, James Blonde here with your weekly recap for gaming news and announcements of the week of April 26th, 2019. And starting out the news this week, Chilean developer Niebla Games teased their upcoming CCG entitled Causa, Voices of the Dusk for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One this past week. During the tease, they also revealed that all versions of the game will have crossplay. The new CCG enters its closed beta on May 19th, and you can find the link to sign up for the game down in the description below. The fantasy card game will feature both online play and a full story mode alongside multiple win conditions. We'll have more information for you about it as it starts to become available, so keep your eye out at MMOHuts.com. By Winchester is now available in closers. Mentioned in past recaps, this past week's update introduces the powerful Cryomancer alongside a ton of free items and events to celebrate their addition. En-Masse seeks to reward players who invest time in her, as well as by granting any player that reaches level 67 with her by April 30th with 500 EMP. She'll also have a leveling event from the 23rd of April, so that's already started, through May 21st. Where playing her will grant special leveling supplies until level 85. Seems like they're putting a ton of focus on this new character, more so than others. Hopefully she's worth looking forward to. In another bit of En-Masse news, the latest update for TERA went live this past week on PS4 and Xbox One called the Sucker Punch update. This update introduces the Elin Brawler, a tiny but mighty new class race combination that packs all the punch of any other race playing the class. The update also adds new hard modes for the RK9 Kennel Dungeon and the Ruinous Manor. There's also the usual quality of life changes for the general gameplay and UI, which you can find a full breakdown for at the site post at MMOHuts.com, which is also linked down below. Next up, French independent studio Atelier 801 revealed an upcoming successor to their MMO Transformice Adventures. The Kickstarter for this upcoming cooperative action RPG will begin on May 7th, 2019 with a goal of $113,000 before the campaign ends on June 7th, 2019. Transformice Adventures is scheduled to release on Steam and mobile devices in 2019 and will have players controlling brave mice and doing battle with various animal enemies in a 4-player cooperative dungeon crawler. Transformice Adventures will also offer roguelike mechanics and an expansive online social experience from the MMO predecessor. Players will enter challenging dungeons and do battle using unique enchantments called Elisa's Gifts, which will alter the mice's skills and weapons. They can also customize their playstyle by choosing different skill sets and unusual jobs, from journalist to botanist, and take care of their own personal pets who can join them and help them on their quests. At the end of the day, players can retire to the local tavern to chat with their friends and show off their best outfits. This game is interesting to say the least. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Is this something you'd like to back on Kickstarter? Speaking of big announcements, Neverwinter's latest expansion has finally arrived on PC and is being touted as the game's largest expansion ever. Just like every time they come out with a new expansion, it seems. This massive new update entitled Undermountain tasks players with exploring Hollistar Blackcloak's enormous dungeon beneath Waterdeep, called the Undermountain. 5 diverse adventure zones await via the Yawning Portal social hub. Players will be guided by the well-known proprietor of this tavern, by Durnan, voiced by Dungeon Master Rudy Rutenberg, and the Cholten Priest of Wowking, Obaya Uday, voiced by D&D community leader, founder of Gilding Light, Satine Phoenix. The expansion also increases the level cap to 80, adds a new in-game dungeon, new class powers and feature overhauls, a new boons system, and much more. Okay, so maybe this is the largest expansion so far. We'll see. Moving on, Dark Matter is an upcoming space opera cyberpunk themed CCG which merges mechanics from RTS, turn-based RPGs, as well as traditional CCGs. Dark Matter seeks to have a new take on the hero life system of CCGs and also has a fate system, which introduces a little bit of uncontrolled chaos to the game. The ultimate goal is still to bring your opponent to 0 life, but your life is tied to your deck. As your hero loses life, cards leave your deck and head to the junkyard. This creates a double-edged sword in the drawing mechanics. Every card you draw brings you closer to a loss. Resource generation is also tied to the hero life total. When you generate resources, you move cards from your deck to activate a resource pile. The guys at MMOs are looking forward to covering more of this game and all of its unique mechanics in the near future, so keep a lookout for that. The latest update to Crossout is 0.10.50, and with it comes a new map in Sandy Gulf. Sandy Gulf is playable in the rotating mission mode, and battles on this map use the assault scenario. A massive container ship split in half and seemingly rusting for centuries is the centerpiece of the new Sandy Gulf map for PvP encounters. In addition, there's a new adventure mode campaign known as Contagion. This mission is replayable as long as the party leader has yet to complete it. This update also features a number of important balance changes to structural parts and weapons. Players can also look forward to UI changes and much more. These updates can be found in the link below. And alongside all of that, this update includes a special Brawl event dedicated to Victory in Europe Day. In Spring Mayhem, players will fight in a unique tracked vehicle, the Risen, which is a homage to the famous T-34 tank of the World War II era. It features a single ballistic cannon, something quite unusual in the modern world of Crossout, but has otherwise seen various adaptations making it blend in well with the visual style of post-apocalyptic Earth. Winners of the Brawl will receive various bonuses, including exclusive decorations for their vehicles. Spring Mayhem is available from April 30th till May 13th on PC and May 8th through May 22nd on console. Up next, Pearl Abyss has revealed their roadmap for new content in the second quarter of 2019 for Black Desert Online. The major standouts are a handful of new mounts, including the Flaming Steed known as Doom, new weapons to collect, and a new group PvE experience to look forward to. There's also the Underwater Ruin Zone, accessible from a mysterious rift under the ocean. It will feature high-level enemies, new monsters, and a brand new field boss. Another new region will follow that, entitled Star's End. You'll have to venture out there in order to unlock the ultimate prize, the Black Star weapon. There are a load of new events coming too, starting with Mystical Ellie's Water Festival, which began this past week. Lots to look forward to for Black Desert fans. Also this past week, Steambirds Alliance announced that the 60-player cooperative bullet hell MMO shooter will have a closed beta soon. From April 26th through the 28th, the first closed beta will take place. Players can sign up below to get an opportunity into the beta, and beta weekends will continue throughout May, so players will have plenty of chances to try it before it releases. Players will team up with up to 60 other players to do battle in a world full of cruel cat bosses and endless waves of deadly bullets. There are plenty of secret missions, distinct plane types, and unique enemies to do battle with. The game encourages cooperative play and does its best to minimize friction between friends and strangers, as they work to end the reign of Meowza, the evil cat overlord. Next up, the largest content update yet has come to Dauntless recently with the massive Path of the Slayer content update. This update introduces the new mastery system, which is a way for slayers to earn rewards by completing long-term challenges based on specific behemoths and pieces of gear. Each behemoth and crafted weapon, not just weapon class, has its own mastery card for players to tackle, and they will find alternate new special attack options for the hammer, warpike, sword, and chain blades to further customize their gameplay experience. The mastery system will offer fresh new ways to engage with every weapon and behemoth encounter. Through this system, they'll unlock achievements and new customization options. Kind of a cool update if you ask me. But speaking of updates, Perfect World Entertainment announced recently that the next major update for Star Trek Online is coming on May 14th, 2019 to PC, Rise of Discovery as it's called. This will continue the Star Trek Discovery-based content, continuing with new missions featuring Captain Gabriel Lorca, voiced by Jason Isaacs, and Commander Ellen Landry, voiced by Rika Sharma. Star Trek Online players will fight alongside the USS Buran and learn what happened to both Lorca and Landry before they join the crew of the USS Discovery. Rise of Discovery also introduces a brand new reputation and ship system update that scales all Tier 6 starships to individual player levels, granting all captains access to the game's finest vessels. Rise of Discovery will feature 2 new episodes and adds a Tier 6 reputation, Discovery Legends. This will let players earn Discovery-themed rewards by completing task force operations. In addition, with this update, all Tier 6 starships will be converted to player level-less scaling so that all captains can play Tier 6 ships no matter what level they are. These ships will grow with the player, and we'll have more information on how that works at launch. And finally, for a last bit of news, I mentioned last week that SMITE has 2 new gods headed to the game for the Ultimate Showdown. Well, I suppose this inspired Jason to start a detailed written guide for how to play certain gods, starting with Ares. Give his article some love over at MMOS.com and comment below which gods you want to see guides on, and we'll see if Jason is up for that challenge. But anyway, guys, that's about it for all the major news and announcements for this week. For more information on the news topics, check the links in the description below. Feel free to discuss the news or even more news in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.